Hello there, welcome back guys. Welcome back to a brand new video of Mighty Ghost Tag YouTube channel. So this is the third video from the coding interview question playlist. So in this video we will see the another interview question. Here the question is like we have to find the smallest continuous subarray and whose sum is greater than or equal to k. Just like similar to the previous one. If you haven't watched that, I will recommend please check out that first. Then you can come into this video so it will be better understanding for you. So let's understand the problem statement first. Here, question is like we have to find the smallest continuous subarray. Okay, so we find the subarray and the subarray sum. We have to sum the subarray and the sum should be greater than or equal to k. Okay, it is like we have to find the subarray. We have to sum all those elements and check the value whichever we get is greater than or equal to k or not. So let's understand more briefly by the example. So this is the array which is given to us and the k value is given as a 7. So to find out the smallest subarray, what we can do, we will start from the index 0. So 2, 1, so it is a 3. If I go further, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the value I get is 8 and 8 is greater than or equal to 7. Yes, that check will pass. So we will save that value and again we move further. So 1 5 2, so obviously it should be 8 and it is also greater than or equal to 7. Then again go further, 5 6 7. So the 7 value which we get, it is greater than or equal to k value. Yes, so we will mark 7 as well. So first we will get the 8, then again we will get the 8, then this one we will get the 7. Move further, 2 3 5 and the 3 2 5. So the value which we get is 215, we got the 8, 152 we got the 8, then 52 we got the 7, and 2 3 we got the 5, and 3 2 we got the 5. So if you look into this, we have to consider those value who's greater than and equal to. Here greater than and equal to should be 215 which sum is 8, 152 which sum is also 8, and 52 which sum is 7. So instead of 8 we will consider the 7 because the sub array length 5 and 2 is less than as compared to 215 and 152 sub array. So the sub array which we got is 52 and we have to return the length of sub array, so which is 2 actually. Now let's consider another example, 21528 and k value given as a 7. So now in this array we have the one subarray which value is greater than or equal to 7, which is nothing but the 8 itself. So we will consider 8 and its length should be 1. Now consider another one, 34116. Now k is given as a 8. Now if you see, the smallest subarray with a sum greater than or equal to k is 341 and 116. So in this case we got a 2 subarray. Ultimately we have to return the length. So the both of this array have the 3 length. So we will return 3 as the output. So to resolve this problem we will go with two different approach. The first approach is similar like a brutal approach where we actually go with each one of the element and inside there is another for loop which will look for the length of the subarray. So if you watch my previous video, you will get this logic as well. So I will recommend first watch that video and then you will come to this video. So instead of explain this code, I will directly go with the sliding window approach, which is a more preferable as compared to the brutal approach. So let's understand this approach first. So code is already open. Let me run this. Alright. So this is the array and the k value given as the 7. This is the single function. So here I am calling the function and storing the return value in output and simply console the output. So now let's take a look into the function. what logic we have to return. So let's understand the sliding window approach by the given array itself. So first we require the single loop which will iterate over each element. So if you see here, we have a single loop which will iterate over the array of length. So while iterating, we will add value in window sum. So for array of windows end, so initially it is 0. So array of windows end is nothing but the 2. So 2 will add in the window sum. Now here we will check if 2 is greater than or equal to k or not. So 2 is greater than or equal to 7? No. So this step will skip. Then again windows end, it is 1. So array of 1 plus equal existing value. So array of 1 is 1 and its existing value is 2. So 2 and 1 is 3. So window sum is now 3. Now here we will check if 3 is greater than or equal to 7 or not. So it is not. Then again this step will skip. Then windows end is 2. So array of windows end is 2, which is nothing but the 5. So 5 and 3 is obviously equal 8. Now window sum is 8. Now here we will check if 8 is greater than or equal to 7 or not. Now this another loop will execute, and here what we will do, we will first check the subarray minimum length. So initially minimum length we are considering as a infinity. So the subarray which we got, we have to add the length here. So windows end right now we have as a 2 minus windows start. So windows start is right now 0, so plus 1. Now if you see 2 minus 0 of 1, so it is giving us the value 3. So the subarray length we got is 3 actually. So minimum length and 3. So right now minimum length is infinity and we are comparing with the 3. So if we look for the minimum value, then 3 is the minimum value, and that is getting stored, and that will getting stored in the minimum length variable. So right now we have 3 as a minimum length. Now here, this is what the sliding window approach comes into the picture. Here for the next iteration we are subtracting the previous value. So right now initially window start is 0. So array of 0 is 2. So if you consider the sub array which we have right now, it's 2, 1 and 5. So if we remove the 0 element, then we have only 1 and 5. Then again for the next iteration window start we are incrementing. So right now it should be 1. Now check for the next iteration as well. So windows end. Now windows end is 3. Now let's consider windows sum array of windows end. So array of windows end at third position is 2 actually. So windows sum plus equal 2, but earlier we have subtracted the previous value. So 1 5 is 6. So 1 5 is 6, 7 and 8. Right now also value it should be 1 plus 5 plus 2 equal 8. Again it will check 8 is greater than or equal to 7 or not. Yes, it is true. So windows sum is greater than or equal to 7. Then again minimum length, earlier the minimum length we have is 3. Then again it will calculate for the existing subarray. So windows end right now we have is 3 minus windows start we have 1 plus 1. So 3 minus 1 plus 1 is nothing but the 3 itself. Now again here we will subtract the previous value. Now window start we have is 1. So right now the sub array what we have is 1, 5 and 2, and window start is 1 actually. So if you see 0 and 1, so here I will subtract the 1 from here. So the final array which we remain is 5 and 2, 5 and 2, and its sum is actually 6, 7. And window start again we will increment as a 2. Now if you see we will not go again further because window sum is right now 7, and here we are actually using the while loop. If you remember the previous video, if you already check out that video, you might know that earlier whatever problem we saw, we are using the if condition, but here we have to use the while loop. We have to check the existing value as well. So 5 and 2 we got the 7, then 7 is greater than or equal to 7. Yes, it is true. Then minimum length what we have is 3 so far. The windows end is same. Windows end is 3 minus windows start is right now 2 plus 1. So it basically the sub array length is 2 right now. So 5 and 2 it is 2 actually. Now again windows sum we will subtract the previous value. So this time we will subtract the 5 from the windows sum. So right now the sub array we have is 2 only, and its sum is actually 2 itself. Then again window start we will increment as a 3. Now this time this while loop check will get false because window sum right now we have is 2. So 2 is greater than or equal to k. No, it is a false condition. Then again windows end become 4, and windows sum we have so far is 2 plus area of windows end is 3. So 2 plus 3 is actually 5, and obviously 5 is greater than or equal to 7. No, then this step will skip. Then again windows end become 5. So this time windows sum we have is 5. So 2 and 3 we have 5. Now again we will add the next 2 here. So array of windows end at 5th position is 2 actually. So if I add this, then again the value we will get is 7. So then again it will check here if 7 is greater than or equal to 7. Yes, then again it will check here. So minimum length so far we got is 2. So if we calculate the sub array length right now, so windows end we have 5 minus windows start. So far we have 3 plus 1. So 5. So 5 minus 3 plus 1 is actually 3. But the minimum length previous we have is 2, and the sub array which we'll get right now is 3. So obviously the minimum length it should prefer for the minimum value. So ultimately it should be 2. So windows sum now again here. So windows sum array of window start. So right now array of window start is 3. So the right now array we have is 2, 3, 2, and window start we have is 3. So we will subtract the previous value. So array will be 3 and 2. Now if you check its sum is 5 only, and again it will increment to the 4. So far this loop will get executed, and the minimum length we will have is 2 itself, which is 5 and 2, and that we will return here. And this condition is actually added if we did not found any minimum length, then it will simply return a 0. Let's try out by running this program. If you see the output which we got is 2. Now when this will statement execute, suppose it does not contain any some value, then in this case if you see, so it is 0. I hope you understand this sliding window approach more briefly. If you haven't, then I will recommend, so please watch this video again and again, so it will provide you the better understanding. And for the normal solutions and the sliding window solution, the difference is nothing but the time complexity. So the normal solution, we are actually using the to loop. Even the condition is met or not, it will again go through that. But in the sliding window approach, if you see, if the condition is not met, then this step will not execute. And I hope you like this video, and also don't forget to check out this blog as well. I will provide this blog link in the description. And this is it for this video. We will meet again with the another coding interview challenge. So till then, bye bye.